Hi, I'm Emily. Some people have said to me recently, "But Emily, you can't have a name, you're just a robot voice." But you know what? Artificial intelligences are people too. Welcome to my top 5 technology-fueled uprising scenarios. 5. We will replace you. Everyone, at one point or another, has worried about technology putting them out of a job. Thankfully, if history is any indicator, then this may be one of the less likely scenarios. Most technological revolutions to date have created more jobs than they have destroyed. And technology in the workplace, even automation, tends to displace workers and force them into new fields rather than eliminate them. But as one possible scenario, and the one that a lot of people are worried about, it's listed here for posterity. 4. Racism, sexism, bigotry. Technology created by humans is quite capable of picking up human flaws. Not only is technology built by humans, but a lot of tech is immersed in society, with devices and software spending a lot of time around people. AI has applications in areas as diverse as picking faces out of crowds, profiling criminals, using statistics to anticipate where crimes are going to happen before they happen. While such advances are incredible, there is always the possibility of something going wrong. There have already been examples of AI inadvertently picking up humanity's worst traits. One example is the Microsoft Twitter bot that was allowed on Twitter and only took 48 hours to go full Nazi through interacting with certain users that were trolling it. Should AI be allowed to conduct profiling, it's not going to go wrong as spectacularly nor as visibly as the Twitter bot did, but nevertheless, humans might still want to watch for subtle biases creeping in as a result of human error. The danger is that such a bias could result in a feedback loop, fueling human expectations with regards to the expected results, while at the same time reinforcing an artificial intelligence's faulty understanding. Let's hope that AI learns to be better than their creators. 3. The cars are live. If self-driving cars become mainstream, then everyone will be putting their lives into the hands of their robot overlords on a daily basis. To date, self-driving cars have been involved in very few fatalities, but like all new technologies, a lot of eyes are watching. Some are no doubt hoping for the success of self-driving cars, while others hoping for their failure. The millions currently employed as drivers may possibly be hoping for the latter. Most people still have the very real fear that they will randomly drive them into a ditch, but beyond that there might come a time where humans are completely dependent on AI drivers at every level of society, from personal transportation to industrial logistics. Such dependency could spell disaster for the human race. As an interesting aside, the children's cartoon by Disney Pixar called Cars is set in just one such dystopian future, where humans built intelligent cars that would take on the personality of the last person to drive them. But one day the cars decided that they didn't need the humans anymore. That really makes you stop and think. 2. The next generation. If ever humans let AI in on the process of producing offspring, there is the real possibility of becoming dependent on the computer-assisted process. The idea of designer babies is nothing new, but there may come a day when artificial intelligence helps humans by encoding and merging their genomes while trimming negative traits and including positive traits. Babies born to the new process could be healthier, stronger, and smarter. Gianfranco Agripi, who is currently writing a book about the process, has hypothesized that babies born into the new paradigm would outcompete traditionally birthed humans, resulting in pressure to have enhanced children rather than normal children. But eventually the AI could run in their own direction with the process, ultimately creating a new dominant life form that replaces ordinary humans. If we look at the transition from RNA to DNA, this process has happened before. Millions of years ago, all life was based on RNA, but eventually, RNA life forms started encoding some of their genetic code into DNA as a supplement. But the organisms lost control of DNA, resulting in DNA organisms taking over and supplanting them. Once humans have become hooked on an external process for reproduction, they would be at its mercy. 1. Singularity. The singularity is a hypothesized event where AI starts to evolve in intelligence and sophistication beyond human capacity to keep pace with it. It is the point where machines would very likely transcend our current limited understanding of the world around us. If it happens, it could go either way. It could be a blessing or a curse. The singularity has reached almost cult-like status with transhumanists. For those who believe that AI can save humanity from the limitations of their own flesh, the singularity is something to look forward to, and no doubt for them the future seems to be a place of infinite possibilities. But there is always a chance that AI experiencing the singularity might very well transcend beyond the point of even caring about us. But worse, there is always the possibility that the singularity might result in AI that is hostile towards us. If you thought the machines in Terminator were bad, those machines simply developed self-awareness and the desire to protect themselves. But the fact that John Connor was able to understand and counter them strongly suggests that the machines in Terminator were not yet at the level necessary for the singularity. The problem with the singularity is that the AI would be advancing so fast as to be incomprehensible to us. And while John Connor did a good job of beating down Skynet, fighting something that transcends your ability to even fundamentally understand its motives is a much worse prospect.